So welcome back, or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. This is day one of gratitude. I'm really delighted to be here. This feels very wholesome and really exciting to deepen our understanding and cultivate a practice of gratitude. So the thing about my yoga is only do what feels comfortable, cultivate an awareness of what wellness feels and looks like in your body, not what it looks like in my body. I will give you suggestions, guidelines, indications, directions, gestures, but only move where your body is telling you, oh, this feels really nice and I can feel and be in my body when I do this. If you start getting too many strong sensations and discomfort, then you're pushing too hard. If it's too hard, then you're pushing too hard. So really ease back, let it build. If you need to mind a shoulder, a hip, a knee, then do that. Don't do one side of zigzag because it's not comfortable. Do the other side instead, or find something else that you do. Cultivate an awareness of your body and how it's moving in wellness today in this moment. Payment for this yoga, always so deeply grateful to those of you who contribute. It's 20 euros for the month. It went up in September. And yeah, thank you so much. There's loads of ways to pay. And there's an image at the beginning and the end of the video that'll show you the email for Sinead, my awesome sister who runs the office. So we're going to begin with the acknowledgement of the things that we're grateful for in our lives. And that's actually different from the neurochemical or neurobiological phenomenon, which is gratitude, which changes things in our brain. Okay, so we're going to get to that as we go in the month. It's just a bit too much to explain on the first day. It's been fascinating researching gratitude. So today the practice will be name 3 things that you're grateful for in your life. And you can write them down. I lit my candle and then I wrote them down, and that's what we're going to be doing. I'm going to be doing for the month is writing down. And then we have some jobs to do with the things that we wrote down. But you don't have to write anything down. You can totally ignore. I'm going to do all the talking at the end of the videos, so you can just totally ignore all the stuff that I say and just come here to move and connect to your body. Okay? So come rest into a child's pose. I hope I didn't talk too much there at the beginning. Come rest into your child's pose and we shall begin. It's very cool to be here. Come. So landing in, just settling into your body. It's always nice to have a bit of a wiggle. Find the way that you map, feel, connect, sense your body right now. Nice. So pull your elbows back a tiny bit and then gently round your back and then arch your back. And more or less what I feel is that I'm trying to lift my rib cage off my thighs, and then I'm trying to push my rib cage down onto my thighs. So if your child's pose is higher because of your knees, then just do the same movement. Listen to your knees, don't force in any way. Find the outer edges of your wellness, and then just cultivate the practice of listening and being with that. Rounding and arching. Nice. Bring your hands forward into a cat pose. Rounding your back. Arching your back. So this month, I feel a bit like Sesame Street. This month will be brought to you by the rounding of your spine and the arching of your spine. So we're going to find ways of doing this in loads of weird and wonderful ways. Nice. So it coordinates. So squeeze the right shoulder towards the right hip. Squeeze the left shoulder towards the left hip. So I'm squeezing one side of the rib cage and then squeezing the other. Nice. So we're going to start combining those movements. So squeeze the right hip towards the right shoulder. So I'm shorter on the right side. And then I'm going to try and round my back. And I'm going to go really slowly because this is the new movement for my body. And then arch my back. And I'm keeping this squeeze on the right-hand side. Go slowly. Listen, how do you do this movement? It's one of those funny ones where you have to focus in a whole new way to keep the squeeze on and arching around. And then try the other side. Squeeze on the left side. So now I'm shorter on the left side, I'm longer on the right. And then I'm going to round and arch. Move really slowly as you do this. For me, it's like there's all these shaky bits, these uncertain bits, new sensations, arching and rounding as you squeeze the left side shorter. Nice. And then just roll into your spine. Just have a bit of a random snaky wiggle of your spine. And then whatever it means to go in the other direction, go in the other direction. Nice. Cool. Push back into your downward dog. All the way back, heels pull back. Draw your heels back, push your hands down. And see if you can find stillness here. Deepen into the exhalation. Well, the ground of us is stillness. It's like there's always stillness. Just if the radio is on, you can't hear it. So just not even turn down the radio, just orient towards the deeper sense of you, the pond of you, the deep of you. Nice. Bend your knees. Bring your knees down and notice as you float just above the floor with your knees, your back is rounding. And then pull back, bend your knees, your back is arching. So knees come down, back is rounding. Pull back with your hips, bend your knees, your back is arching. Rounding your back, arching your back. One more time, rounding your back, arching your back. Cool. Walk forward so that your feet are underneath your hips and then your hands are hanging or dangling down. If that feels too heavy on your spine, bring your elbows to your knees. Nice. And then just round your back, arch your back. You can have your hands on your shins, hands on your knees. So if your hands are down and you're not feeling much movement in your spine, then you're too deep down into the forward fold. So maybe come a little bit higher, hands to your shins or hands to your knees. So go as deep and low as you can, and notice how there's really not much movement. For me, when my hands are flat on the floor, I can't move my sacrum at all. I can move my head, but not my sacrum. Whereas when my hands are on my shins, I'm like, oh, there's my sacrum. There's my pelvis. There's my lower back. Just find where can you move? What is your place of movement? Nice. Come all the way up. Pause. Nice. Just landing into your feet. Feel the tall of you. And then just round your back in standing. So I've just slumped a little bit forward. And then bring your hands to your hips. Open your chest. Look to where the wall and the ceiling meet. Nice. Round your back. Arch your back. And I'm pulling my elbows back as I do that. Round, hands come forward. Arch, pull your elbows back. Nice, one more time. Round, hands come forward. Arch, pull your elbows back. So we're going to do the similar movement, but we're going to include our arms. Okay, so this is bowls of rice, bowls of water, bowls of rice, maybe we call this. So have your palms facing upwards, and I feel like I'm holding on to something in the palms of my hand, 2 bowls of rice. And I'm going to bring them as wide as I can outwards, and I'm going to lean my chest forward as I bring my thumbs back towards the wall behind me, but I'm listening to my shoulders. And then keep your head in the same place if you can, and then scoop your hands under your armpits and bring your arms wide. So my baby fingers are facing forward now. Bring your arms forward and then back. Your head is staying more or less in the same place. Wide. Forward, opening the chest. And then under, There's a sense of rounding your shoulders as you do this. So next time you do this, you're going to let your head move. So arching the back, and then the forward one, let your head drop as low as you need to widen into your arms even more. And then same with your head going up. How could your head help the moving and the extension of your spine? So rounding, arms move wide. Opening, leaning out and opening into the chest. One more time. Rounding, rounding forward. And then opening, leaning out. Nice. Let your shoulders hang, shake them out a bit. Nice. So we're going to look at sun salutations and how we move our spine in sun salutations. And this is going to be the ground of what we work with during this month. Somebody was saying that they really loved connection. So this is going to have echoes of connection in it. So that sense of how do we connect from the ground all the way up through our bodies. So bend your knees a little bit and then push your feet down into the ground and feel that as you push your feet down, that for me, my hips and belly and legs connect in a different way. Nice. Reach your arms wide. And as I reach my arms wide, I feel my rib cage opening and lengthening. And I reach up and look up. So you're arching your back as you look up. And then bending your elbows, bending your knees, and you're rounding your back. And go really slowly. So the first time we're going to go really, really slowly to acknowledge it. Round your back, come forward. Hands lower down in the direction of the floor. Bring your hands to your shins. And then arch your back and look forward. So now we're arching the back. Feel that deep arch of the spine, lifting your chest. Rounding, hands come down. And really round here and stay rounded as your leg slides back. And stay rounded. Drop your right knee to the floor, stay rounded. Bring both hands to your left knee, stay rounded. And rise all the way up. So I'm still looking down towards my navel and my back is rounded. Pull your elbows back. Let your chest open. Lean up and back. Nice. Bring your hands to your knees, rounding. Bring your forehead down in the direction of your knees. Rising up, stay rounded, and then pull your elbows back and feel your chest open. Leaning back as you do so. One more time. Rounding your back. Forehead comes down in the direction of your knees. Stay rounded, and then pull your elbows back, arching your back. Nice. Both hands to the floor. Bring your left hand to the big toe side of your left foot. Bend your knee really forward, and then stretch out through that front leg. So we're going to look at arching and rounding our back here. So as we sit our bum back, we're rounding our back. And as we travel forward, we're arching our back. Rounding. Arching. One more time. Rounding. Arching. And then just do pure round your back. And arch. Round your back. Arch. Bring both knees back. Stretch through your legs just for a moment into plank. Your back is rounded. Knees down, belly down. And then arch your back. Lift your spine. Looking forward. See if you can lift your hands off the floor. Pull your elbows back. Squeeze through your bum. Bring your feet a little bit closer. Nice. So the next one, it's actually typically when we rise here, we rise with our back arching. So I don't want you to do that. If you can, drop your head and lift your belly first. And you might do that with your elbows on the ground, which is easier, or hands on the ground, lift your belly first. Nice. Push all the way back into your downward dog. Lengthen back. Have a bit of a wiggle. Nice. So drop your knees to the floor and step your right foot forward between your hands. Lengthen your back leg. Bring both hands to your front knee. Round your back, rising up. And then reach your arms up and look up. Nice. Bring both hands all the way down. Step forward, rounding your back. Stay rounded as you roll up. And then as you reach your arms wide, begin to open into your chest, arching, looking up. Palms come to rest in front of your chest. Pause for a moment. Nice. Nice. On the other side. So reach your arms wide, arching, looking up, pushing your feet down as you reach upwards. As you bend your elbows, bend your knees. As you roll and round forward, really acknowledge the rounding. Hands to the floor, forehead to your knees. Hands to your shins, arching your back, look forward. Hands to the floor. Keep your back deeply rounded as you stretch your leg back. As you drop your knee down, your back is rounded, rounded, rounded. Hands to your knees, rounded, rounded, rounded. And then pull your elbows back, arch your back. Hands to your knees, forehead to your knee, rounded. Pull your elbows back. Hands to your knee, rounded. Last one, pull your elbows back. Nice. Hands to the floor. Bring your hands to the big toe side of the right foot. Bend your knee. Stretch out through that leg. So you're going to be arching your back. So as you bend your knee, you lift your chest, look forward. As you straighten your leg, you round your back and look down towards your left knee. Looking forward, looking back. For me, the arching in that moment isn't so clear. The rounding is clear. The arching, I'm like, yeah, because I'm lifting my head, I know that I'm arching. But I can't feel all that much movement here. But that's okay. One more time. Super. Resting in the neutral, hands on the floor, and just round. Arch. Round. Arch. One more time. Round. Arch. Great. Bring both knees back, straighten through both legs. Rounding your back. Drop your knees down, belly down. Rise up through your spine. Maybe lift your hands off the floor. Pull your elbows back. Good job. Super cool. Nice. Hands to the floor. Drop your head down or drop your elbows down as well. And then lift your belly first. Push backwards. Push back, downward dog. Feeling into your body. Have a bit of a wiggle. The sides of my waist and the deep of my hips are like really enjoying this kind of a side to side rocking of the pelvis. Nice. Drop your knees to the floor. Step your left foot forward. Lengthen your back leg. Bring both hands to your left knee, rounding as you rise. And then open the chest, lift up, look up. Nice. Rounding, hands to the knee, hands to the floor. Step forward. Slowly rolling up. Reach your arms wide. Palms come together. Palms come to rest in front of your chest. Come sit on your mat in whatever position suits you. So you can have something underneath your bum, and you can have legs long, knees bent as you wish, and just bring your hands to your heart. So there's a 30-second time lag between when I say something and when you guys hear it on YouTube. So I just waited till all of you are also with me. So we're just gonna hold our hearts and be grateful for each other. There's something about this community, this connection, this tribe of yogis who turn up that I'm so deeply grateful for. Really just acknowledging your part in this community. How beautiful. So come lie on the floor. Just rest down, squeeze your knees up towards your chest, or do whatever movement feels really nice for the next 30 seconds or so. Just maybe rocking, rolling, squeezing, lengthening. What do you do to create a sense of ease in your body, a sense of connection? What a beautiful place to start gratitude. So the task for today is write 3 things down, or just think 3 things that you're grateful for. Nice. I will see you all tomorrow, day 2 of gratitude, and we will see where we go with all of this, where it lands us. I never know. Who knows where we'll end up? So thanks so much for being here. Yeah, I really just love this. I love it. Gives a sense of shape and texture and connection to my day. So thanks. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you all tomorrow.